Hey everybody, this is Renee with Two Chatty Chicks, and the other chick, she's down in Florida somewhere. But I'm going to do a short demo of how to use Miss Lillian's Texture Magic, and we're going to do two processes. We're going to make it look like a beachy, airy look, and then we're going to also use it as a stencil relief. I like that because you're getting to do two things with one product. And what you do is you just mix up, I've already mixed it up here, equal parts. 50% of the powder, 50% of paint, but really I don't measure. I just mix until I get a consistency of like buttercream, icing for a cake, and that's what you want right there. That may be a little bit thick, but that's what we're going to go with. It could stand to be just a little bit runnier to do this process, but that's okay. You're just going to take your, and this has already been painted. I couldn't even tell you what is on there, but that's fine. I just grabbed one so that we could do this for a short demo. And you're just going to fill your chip brush up, and then you're just going to pounce it on. Just like that right there. And you want to leave the peaks. That's what gives you the interesting look that you get whenever you're finished. See, you want to leave those peaks, and you may want them higher in areas and more product in certain areas, so you just go back in and add a little bit. So we're just going to let that dry, and once that's dry, we're just going to go over the top of it with just paint. And I'm going to be using this color, the Suburban Honey. I think that's a beautiful color, and they look very beachy together. So we're going to let this dry, and then we'll go back and finish that. And I don't have any spray to make sure that this lays down, so we're just going to take our chances. And this is what I use to spread anything that I've ever used for doing stencil relief. You can get them at Michael's in the cake decorating section. I like it because I can get it here and my knuckles are not going to hit in case I have to go back into an area or cross over. Then my hand is not going to touch that product and get it everywhere. So you just want to get an ample amount, and you can make this as thick or as thin as you like. And I really wished I would have had some spray to put on the back so that we wouldn't get any bleed under. But if we do, we'll just say that that was meant to be that way. And something else that's kind of cool is once you're done, to keep from wasting product, is if you have something else that you're working on, you can take and lay this stencil down on that project and then scrape the product off and to use on another project, and you'll be surprised at what is left underneath. It will look very old, very sparse in the what is left of the product, and it's like you meant for it to be that way. It's pretty cool. So you can try it first on a scrap piece of paper or brown paper just to see the kind of look. I've done it before, and it really gives a very cool look. I've done it on canvas for like a contemporary old look mixed together. I think it's kind of cool to have canvas work, and you've done like a contemporary feel, and then you go in there with a little bit of old world to add some interest to it. Kind of cool that way. Okay, I'm not going to really be real particular to make sure everything's filled in, because this is just to show you that you can use this as stencil relief along with the beachy, airy look, or you can also get a contemporary old world look if you want to use the creams and the browns. Okay, so I'm just going to lift that up. Very nice, very nice. Okay, and I'll show you what I was talking about. Oh, I think this one's already been messed up. But you just want to lay this down, say on another piece of project that you've got going, and you can just take and scrape this off like that. Kind of go across, and it'll leave product in those areas very sketchy. I should have got something other than my thing there, But you can see how it's just kind of leaving it in spots, and you can kind of work it back and forth. And then once you went in and kind of sanded that and then put a glaze, that would be really pretty. Okay. See, it's kind of old worldy looking. It's not full coverage, but anyway, I just thought that was really cool, and we're going to let these dry, and then we're going to finish them up, and I'll be back. Okay, we're back. This is finally dry. It took maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours for it to dry. I did use the blow dryer on it because I was trying to speed up the process. But as you can see, it's not very thick at all. Just a slight height to it to make a really nice stencil relief. It sands very easily. Very smooth. And as you can see, there's no cracks. Whenever it was drying, it did not crack. So that's a good thing. Now our other piece, it's dry as well. And I'm just going to use just paint, and it's going to be the Suburban Honey. I don't want to set that there. It might tip over, so I'm just going to move that. And I don't have anything in the paint, and I'm just going to brush it on. And you can either do a full coat, or you can just do more of a dry brush look if you want. That is strictly up to you. Just depends on how much coverage you want. Or you can push it down in the cracks and crevices, or not push it all the way in. And what we're going to do is we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to come back and sand it and see what we got. Okay, I went ahead and used my blow dryer to speed the process up. It's not really all the way dry down in the crevices, but that's okay. This is just for demo purposes to kind of give you an idea of what you're going to look like. And so I'm just going to sand it. And then it reveals the color underneath. I really like that. Very neat. Very pretty. And then if you wanted to, you could go in with the glaze, or if you didn't want any shine to it, you go in with a flat top coat, or you could just leave it like that. It's perfect. Perfect. And on this, I thought if you had a piece that you were doing, of course this would be painted, this would be really pretty to make it even look older, is to come in with the dry brush. I think my paint has dried on my brush. Just very little paint on your brush, and then come across like that. It's a very pretty look. Very pretty. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoy.